Find out what's going on. Get involved. Change things from the inside. Make a difference. Take pride. Multicultural at its best. The Luisa Marshall Show. Coming up.
Today, all new Simply the Best Season 7. A historic signing at the Multicultural Helping House Society. The Memorandum of Understanding between the BC Construction Association, Integrating Newcomers, and Multicultural Helping House Society signed the agreement to an initiative to increase immigrant participation in the construction industry workplace through a combination of assessment, coaching, and job placement.
Can also go and visit the Philippines.
Upon the opening of the Multicultural Helping House Society in Manila, lots of Filipinos will be happy to apply for a job here in Canada with a no-fee service for their job placement.
And so the program, Integrating Newcomers, provides that service, and it's a no-fee service.
Multicultural Helping House Society President Tatay of Avendano is so thrilled to finally get the much-needed collaboration. All these coming up.
Program that is well managed now, but not by us as is right as a provider, but by you guys who are on trade.
As a collaboration.
Hello, hello, hello. It's nice to see you all. We have a special coverage of the historic signing at the Multicultural Helping House Society. And yes, this is the first I heard of in a long time. Best news ever. No fee service. All Filipino skilled workers coming here to Canada through the program of the BC Construction Association, Integrating Newcomers. Please watch and listen carefully.
Fundamentally, the mandate of the program is to help immigrants who arrive in Canada do two things, and hopefully do them successfully, smoothly, and timely. And that is to settle, and we manage to do that by partnering with experts in that area like Multicultural Helping House Society, and that's why we're here today for this Memorandum of Understanding agreement. And once that they're settled to a point that they're now ready to do the next most important thing, find a job to earn money, that's where we come in, because we represent an organisation that's owned and operated by employers throughout BC, about 2,500 employers, small ones, medium ones, large ones. And so the programme, Integrating Newcomers, provides that service, and it's a no-fee service. Our programme, like all the rest of the programmes, is funded by our very generous federal government through the taxes that all of us pay. So they receive this service no fee. So they receive the settlement services from Multicultural Helping House Society. They receive any information, support or assistance from us, including us being out there in contact with many hundreds of employers throughout BC, not just in the Lower Mainland. And we have a team of people, we call them REPS, R-E-P-S, Regional Employment Placement Specialists. And so they're the ones that will be designated to work with each individual woman or man once they're ready to look for that job. Once they're ready to be placed in a job, we will assess their skills, their education, their language, and of course in the Filipino community, language is not a problem because Tagalog and English is, the dual language of most Filipinos that come here. And so we will help them get them employment and training if we believe that our assessment shows that the training or the experience they have up to now is somehow lacking. Sometimes it is, most times it's not. Regardless, we will still help them get into either the job of preference or a strategic job as a stepping stone to they get the job of preference, because I mean we meet people all the time from the Philippines that have just come off managing or working on billion-dollar projects, and they come here. Fundamentally, the type of work is the same, but the rules and regulations are a bit different. So we'll coach them on that, how to Canadianize, if you will, and so we do all of that. And now the final thing I'd like to say about this program is that, and we're really excited about everything up to now, but we can also go and visit the Philippines. We have, to the 2 offices that MHHS has over there, and we can host job fairs there.
So it's a total collaboration.
So it's a total collaboration, and so we're really excited. Now, the person that we really need to thank for this, quite frankly, is our Vice President, Abigail Fulton.
The main difference with the program that we're operating is that we want to be a value add to those programs that already exist. The last thing we want to do is reinvent a wheel or take on activities that are being done very well by other organizations. We just want to provide that link to employment, and specifically in the construction industry, keeping in mind that the construction industry is not just tradespeople, it's laborers, it's accountants, it's engineers, it's architects, it's women working in the office. There are all kinds of jobs related to the industry. We're a huge industry in British Columbia. So we have several programs, but BCCA-IN is funded by Citizenship and Immigration Canada. And for that reason, absolutely no fees whatsoever. This is a service that we're providing to individuals and to existing settlement services to add on, as I say, to activities they already undertake. Now we have other programs, such as our Foreign Skilled Worker Program, which again is no fee to individuals, but our employers pay for that particular program, which is a program that connects folks offshore with employment, but we also get in and help with the immigration process, not just for the employer, but also for the individual. I'm a lawyer, and we have a registered immigration consultant on staff. And again, no fees to individuals, but our employers do pay a fee for successful placement.
So how is that going to affect the industry in the Philippines of
Good question.
sending? Yes,
Good question.
I mean, you know, that's one of the biggest
Surprise.
industry in the Philippines right now is the
Right.
supply all these all these workers here all over the world, not only here in Canada but all over the world. So how is that going to affect the?
Well, we're just going to try to carve out our niche. I mean, we're not going to save the world. We're going to work with the available resources that we have, the team that we have, the networking that we have, and we're just going to do what our mandate allows us to do. So we're not going to work with hundreds of thousands a year. We're going to work within our mandate and hopefully help people that come to us.
I think that every country is different.
Yes.
And we operate in many countries. I just came back from the UK, Ireland, and France. And you want to work within the structures of the existing country. I mean, we don't want to be seen as landing in a foreign country and telling them what to do. We're there as a resource. We see it as a privilege to bring workers into our country, and we will do that however that country sees fit. You know, I mean, there are countries that don't want to see their skilled workers leaving the country. And in cases like that, we wouldn't be there. We're not out to ruffle any feathers.
Mm-hmm.
We see the world as getting smaller, and we believe that skilled workers should be global. There should be an opportunity for skilled workers to go where economies are hot, and that goes up and that goes down. So for us, this is a long-term project. This isn't a quick fix. We want to do this in a reasoned and responsible fashion.
Now that we have established our office in Manila, that this would be a really good what we could tunnel for all the workers coming from the Philippines to Canada. And besides, we are now also expanding our services not only in Vancouver but also to all provinces.
Because I have dealt with a lot of workers before that have been exploited by a lot of these agencies and their employers. So will this be able to help a lot of Filipinos over there coming here and having truly be living and working here in Canada that is exploitation free?
That would facilitate their entering into the workforce, and that would also lessen the corruption in these agencies, right? Because by this time, our office in Manila would be the last stop of all Filipinos coming out from the Philippines to Canada, not only Vancouver but to Canada. And so we have the pre-arrival programs, which this would be a part of the integration of the pre-arrival program, and also the part of the post-arrival program that we will be creating what we call this an employment program in Vancouver and also the provinces, where those who arrive here and are good on trades, then it would be then passed on to them. So we will have a lot of work to do, but I think we are now comfortable of putting the program together because of our Manila office and also of the support of the CIC. We are both funded by the CIC. So there is...
So, you're confirming that every Filipino or any Filipino who comes here to work is going through the
We will promote our program, although the Canadian government does not impose compulsory thing, but we will try to promote the program, and I think Filipinos will embrace that program because that would facilitate them, and they would not need to pay large amount of money in order to come here. Because under the economic program of the last government, these economic people who are skilled workers, they have to pay a little bit of money from the Manila and also to the Vancouver people. This time, no fee except services, but we are also very sure that the government will support our effort because this is less expensive, less hassle for skilled workers to come to Canada.
The interesting thing as well is that Marius, and there's just a fabulous team here, quite frankly. You know, the whole culture here and the atmosphere is so positive, but we're already receiving referrals of Filipinos who have already arrived. So there's two components to the program. The pre-arrival, we can work with that, and after arrival, and we're already working with that. We have the early few clients here that we're dealing with that have been referred to us. So it really is, it's working already.
I can absolutely confirm that anybody that comes into our programs, there will be no fee.
More to come after this. Don't go away.
Absolutely confirm that anybody that comes into our programs, there will be no fee. And when we place somebody in employment, when we find them work, we also follow up and make sure that that's working well for them. And if it isn't, we'll find them other work.
That's the best.
It's open to skilled workers who are already here in Canada.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes, but if I could just ask for a little bit of qualification on that.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we have multiple programs, keep in mind. So BCCA-IN is our pre-arrival and transition to employment once they arrive in BC. We also have a skilled trades employment program that can work with folks once they get here. And they also have supports. In other words, they have access to a fund to help somebody with work boots or tools or short-term education and so forth. So we are able, because we have different programs, to transition people from one program to another to make sure each individual gets what they need to get employed.
And those three programs are the Integrating Newcomers program, which we're signing the MOU for, the STEP program, and the Foreign Skilled Worker program. Now, there's a distinction between the two programs as to the profile of each client and what their goals are going to be and how we can help them within the mandate of that program. Now, the first two programs are no fee. And as Abigail said, they'll never be charged a fee for that service.
Our Foreign Skilled Worker Program focuses on the needs of the employer who's looking for that specifically high-skilled individual. If that individual exists in the Philippines and they want to, and we can make a match, then we would step in and help them come to the country. Our main focus is to bring people here on a permanent basis, not a temporary basis. On occasion, you make use of the temporary foreign worker to get them into Canada so they can get Canadian experience, but we would then transition them to permanent residency. Our Foreign Skilled Worker Program is absolutely not focused on temporary foreign workers. We use that system to help people get here, but our focus is on permanent residency. Absolutely.
I was actually going to say that.
I did not expect that.
Yeah.
This is
No, that's good.
about building Canadian workforce.
Yes.
Is this, Abigail, I can figure out 2 or 3 years ago, the Multicultural Helping House was the first to handle this skilled workers.
Foreign skilled workers.
Yeah, foreign skilled worker. Here, you remember that we were given $1 million.
Sure did.
And we did not spend all of them because we do not know how to spend them. So we have to return half of it. What? Yeah, that was a mistake, but because we were the pioneer, we were the pilot project.
You weren't ready that time.
We were not ready, but they used us as a pilot project. But then we failed because we do not know how to handle them. Really, we have no expertise. And the money is we use $1 million is too much to spend. but that money is gone. But I think now we are now going back because my mind is going to recycle my mind, and then this is the program. But then I think this is a program that is well managed now, but not by us as a society, as a provider, but by you guys who are on trade.
As a collaboration.
In collaboration with us, because we have the manpower, you have the expertise, you have the knowledge, and we have the manpower. That is the good combination of this society and you
It
guys.
has to be good for both of us, and most importantly, it has to be what's best for the workers. It really does.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. It would be very good for the trade people to come, and I think that is what we need now. With the new policy of the new government, that is an open arm for everybody who would like to come and then help the economy. I think they are more keen on borrowing money, spend for infrastructure, and then get the people to pay taxes and then spend. So they are not scared about deficit. They are scared about people not having no job.
Yes.
And I like that policy also because you cannot succeed without borrowing money.
So please tell me, what is the environment in the Philippines? How does the Philippines feel about skilled workers leaving and coming to Canada?
Brain drain, are you talking
Yes.
about that? Well, that is our long time ago, that was our concern, but you cannot stop people into going somewhere. You educated people, and you cannot stop them into staying there when they cannot use their education.
If you announce this in the local papers in the Philippines, in Manila, you will have a line, maybe a mile deep. So people from the Philippines wants to come.
Yeah.
And right now, there's a little bit of a change in the demographics because families are coming in. When we started the caregivers program, we were deluged by caregivers, and there's thousands of them that came. Now their status has changed, and they have become permanent residents. So their families are coming in. And
Their husbands
so-
carpenters?
yes, and the gamut, the range of skill is from labor all the way to professional level.
Yes.
So we have to be prepared for it. Yeah, and I guess the timing of the signing of this agreement is perfect and timely.
Your comment about the lineup is an important one because about 3 years ago we were invited down to California to be part of a job fair. And the local authority, they paid all of our expenses, and they told us to expect about 500, maybe 1,000 people, and 5,000 showed up. And they were all virtually all tradespeople. Remember that one? Yeah. So,
But the year before that, we went to Ireland,
yeah.
and 20,000 tradespeople showed up. That was a lineup.
Oh, yeah.
The sad thing about that, of course, is you can't help 20,000 people, So whatever we put together, however it gets out in the media, we hope that it's done in such a fashion that we can be sensible in the approach and not make promises we can't keep, and make sure that we keep expectations at a reasonable level so that we are successful.
So we work on the supply and demand. We can only accept what we can afford to put to work.
We don't know except what the current market demand. So if right now, and I'm just giving this as an example, if right now the market cannot absorb any more, for example, civil engineers, but there is a demand for commercial roofers, electricians, carpenters, and also say maybe drafters, estimators. So we are very aware of what the market will absorb, and that's one of the advantages that we have being an employer organisation. So Abigail's put it absolutely correctly. We don't want to make promises that we know we can't keep. We want to make promises that we can keep. So it depends on the market.
We would like to welcome also Mike, our Vice President. He just came from the Philippines and officially opened our the Canada Pathway office there. Laarni was with him, and it was a good ribbon cutting ceremony.
Unbelievable. Bringing Filipino skilled workers to Canada on a permanent basis with a no-fee service. No-fee service. That's awesome. Please spread the word. I'm pretty sure there will be a long lineup of Filipino skilled workers outside the Multicultural Helping House Society in Manila anytime soon. Calling all Tina Turner fans. Let's celebrate Tina Turner's 76th birthday at the Edgewater Casino on November 26 at 8 p.m. Tickets at brownpapertickets.com. Don't forget to pick up Metrovan Independent News November edition. And also, you can check the latest news online, metrovanindependent.com. Please don't drink and drive, don't text and drive, always be kind. Let's stop cyberbullying. See you next week. Bye-bye.